Okay, so pretty much explained what happened. Service went down. It was a big outage. I thought it was going to be fixed at 8, but it looks like they got it fixed sooner. So we're back here. I made sure to leave the game running, so I just played something else and everything like that. And that's the best thing I love about Quick Resume, because I looked at the last save and I did not want to go through all the conversation again. Um, Also, funny enough, because I was trying out an option that I didn't think was actually like gonna alter anything. However, now that I've seen how it works, I'm gonna start recording with it. So I usually record MP4 files, but because when shit like this happens, there's a high chance I'll lose it. Turns out I had a setting turned on that because I had it turned on, it would automatically change the record format to MKV, to which then when the stream ends, it would convert it to MP4. And it worked. The reason why I knew this is because I told it to stop doing that, and I looked and I thought I lost the stuff. Turns out it only did the first 10 minutes of the recording, and then right next to it was the MKV file, which was the entire thing. So it even though it was in the middle of processing it, it doesn't like get rid of it, right? So I tried it out. I formatted it back to MP4, and it worked. And it compared them both. They looked good. But I deleted the MKV version and kept the MP4. So this version will be the same thing. It's being recorded in MKV, but hopefully after stream, like when I end the recording, I'll let it convert to MP4. So it's much easier for me to just pop into an editor or onto YouTube. So it's very interesting that I learned. So it should also help if ever like power out happens, right? Or something like that. If I do lose the recording, it will still be recorded up to that point. Robin, welcome back. Thank you for the 10 biddies. So, yeah, that's cool to know. But anyway, I hate that we had to split the VOD for this, but fuck it. At least we didn't lose this. We're about to finish this damn game. It's probably not even going to be like an hour's worth, which is funny. Anyway, uh, where were we? All right, let him
Not
finish.
since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat.
Huckleberry soda's good.
The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins.
Damn. Anyway, welcome back, Robin. I hope you're doing good. All right, there we go.
Intense, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no.
Oh, you're talking
The
about.
worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
Hmm.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating. Ask about that cock on parade too. Make sure you get everything here.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A tank maniac race traitor.
Jesus Christ.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross. Shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
Calm down. I'm not angry. I adore him. He reminds me of everything we fought for. At least we killed that Ficel and his kingsman.
Yikes.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that. First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things. Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought. You know why I killed that fucker, Duat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them, but he's insinuating something. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
Hey.
He acknowledges it. Here we go.
All
A
right.
twist behind the dark bend.
So who ran the union
That
before?
bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Sorry, I was adjusting my
Bordering
chair
on
and mic.
sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
Called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself
Here it is, the bend in the river.
because she was dead.
How come?
Because the cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal, grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job on a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins are black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her.
You
And
killed him?
someone did. Or maybe the cow just fell. The past is blurry. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage, different from the one he has for her.
nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his
Oh.
part of the deal.
I heard like the nut, and I'm like, ah, fuck.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
We got a lot done. Damn. And I still love how we're getting XP. Let's see. Oh, wait.
There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody, and the lieutenant knows it. He gives you a little nod to proceed.
Glad? It's all gone.
Sure, I'll put another in composure for the hell of it.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild, indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It it is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again, erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
All right. You're under arrest for the murder of Ellis Courtenay.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this... really us?
Your skin crawls.
Oh! It exists! The Phasmid exists! We believed!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence. It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see
I
it?
can see it.
There it
4
is!
simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on long stilt-like
We're
legs,
not gonna, like, look at
antennae
him.
hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint
So
hiss,
weird, but so
like
cool.
a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Yes.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid. The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
About now, he is ready to believe in anything.
Right?
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding, like lunglets, breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. The invertebrate stops, raising its scythe-like arms and tilting its tiny head, formed from the fused plates around its mouth. For a second, the effigy is frozen. Then it nudges back into motion with a click.
I exist.
Oh my god, we're talking to it!
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandian Isoma. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Semenese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez.
We're insane.
March 51. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. the radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all. It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind. You are a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget? Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Yeah.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
Yes!
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, does it say something different if you're a communist? I'm assuming she's talking about, like, don't go back to the ex-wife, I assume. At least that's what it... Yeah, because it says that woman.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade
Oh
of a
my
sword.
god!
The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
Oh, for the work... Oh! Nice. Wonder what... Is that, like, bubbles on its, like, mouth?
I got it.
Hell yeah.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning! A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening, wave by wave from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
I think
Another
that's enough.
shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water. The long
Wonder what happens
limbs
when you don't
carrying
believe.
its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Does this even show up at all, I wonder? That poor old man. Goodbye!
And just like that, it's gone. skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
That was fucking amazing.
And something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only... I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Oh. Well, what do you know? The helmet, which kind of fucking useless if you ask me. Really don't get the point of it being last. The rifle scope with the rifle, that's even better. Oh my god, it's her passport!
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the empty boy. Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
It's Clausia, with short black hair
What
and
is
glasses.
the point of the helmet?
She
at
looks
Endgame?
boyish, younger somehow.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us one more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
That's kind of weird. And it looks like you have to do the cryptid quest for it, because it looks like it's saying you have to have the pheromone on. That is so weird. Like, it's still cool, like, you need the whole set for the achievement, but I just find that kind of dumb. Weird. I would have loved to have been able to use, like, the full set of armor, but hey, I know I'm gonna get those boots my next. Sure.
I don't know, but it was not Katarzyna Alazie, or Anouk Meyer-Smith, or Classier. Whoever she is, when we get back, I need to warn our holding cells. We need to double the security around her.
Yeah, she could be very dangerous for all we know. She knows what she was doing.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't
Something is very wrong with him now.
see.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
Oh fuck, is he dying?
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps nothing. Just dull. The last embers have gone out.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Old
Jesus.
age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse. He does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive.
That would be fucking crazy.
I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall. That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
No response.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is... a
I
little
would be
advanced for
shocked
nurse.
if the Phasmid is what fucked his mind up.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Right?
No one would believe you without it.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
We'll be back. I can't believe that shit, man. We believed!
The skiff is swaying on the way.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
There we go.
Look what the tide brought in.
Yep.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it.
Probably not anymore. We technically have all the armor pieces, just not the legs. Back at
Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine. Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
that explains it.
Yes, that has always explained it.
This is not the first time he's seen you all decked out in Wacko.
Vic, calm down.
Hello, Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Oh.
Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
True.
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Yeah.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die. Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Remind me.
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Don't
Is
forget.
this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore. Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We cleared the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
Oh fuck.
The 41st isn't...
Yes, I'm Tran Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Tran Heilerstein. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence. Again, I was asked to share my take on some of the more fringe academic theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. For example, partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
I mean, are you talking about in terms of releases? I mean, are we talking about this week, next week?
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
Yeah, Claire Obscure. I'm gonna pre-order it this Sunday. At least that's what I'm excited for.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in.
No,
How bad
Claire
is it?
Obscure is that. Okay.
Well, he doesn't have
You're just
visible
joking.
tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pound, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Honestly, something sad, man.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
Have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case and the Next World mural. Those were recent.
Oh,
Those cases were hard.
Jake, thank you for the 5 biddies.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead
No
again.
one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. Yeah, just stand there. It's cool. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Yeah.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to
Told you I got
demonstrate
it
your
back.
badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of
Oh
your
god.
hand.
Catch it! Yes!
Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
This is because my pheromone.
Detective, please. Don't start talking about your pheromone again. This is serious. If you don't,
Then you'll be fired. This is a hearing. Toughen up.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You made a suspect shoot herself in the head. You went in drunk and intimidated her.
we've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh well. If she thought you were sent by La Puta Madre. I'm not even gonna get into what this means for the Ethics Commission. Not to mention the catatonic old lady with the police lights. Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
That one.
He did everything
Yeah,
he could.
I tried.
We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
You know, I wonder if that's why, because of the Everard stuff, she probably thought I was working for the crime syndicate. But I think that's funny too. It's like we could easily tell him, like, hey, by the way, I technically lied to Everard and everything. Not to mention the police light situation. That had to do with this.
The case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist. He recently attempted to contact a coalition warship in order to assign la responsabilité, which is commendable, but also at odds with his own behavior. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy.
Fuck yeah, we are too good. We are the best cop ever.
You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
Good.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective? The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Possibly, yeah, because he really started to freak the fuck out.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Yeah.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Yeah, he wanted to start a war between the company and the Union.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones.
That is
or
true.
something. It will pass. In time.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female, and the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates. Must be robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
Probably.
It could maybe roll it. like a dung beetle.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The Bauer would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense, yes.
Very interesting.
I love that logic goes with it.
Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest.
Probably because
You
of
know,
our
it's a
station
really good
problems.
thing you
That
have
would
that
make
photo.
sense.
Without it,
Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Oh no, we're gonna keep going. Let's see.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Evrart and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Ah, fuck it.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church. That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the Pale.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Okay, yeah, probably mentioning those aren't a good
I
idea.
don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
I wonder if just solving the murder though would count. At least, yeah.
So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
I'm gonna say I have too much good shit. The species and the murder.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair. Your moves on the church floor, which honestly were just joint aerobics. your use of the word graffito.
The incredible stamina output.
True.
And this guy, too.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy. Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean.
Man,
hope.
poor Harry.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock, remember?
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
True.
Watch out, or she'll faint.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic, though. Torsen and McLean.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage. So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Ooh.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant. It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the...
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Oh.
Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vazan.
So you weren't married.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Yeah, I think I've heard enough.
So have I. You bitterly dropped Dearest Dora and really tore me a new one. Twice a week, I think.
The special consultant glances at his wristwatch.
Ye... Am I a dirty cop?
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
That's
I
fair.
assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
What about you,
Well,
Kim?
first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
Wasn't this game supposed to have a sequel? I think I remember reading they had a sequel.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Come with me.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, come work for
Work
us.
with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Yes!
Good.
Yes! We got the best
Fuck it,
ending!
let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41. To Boogie
Yes!
Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon.
Again, look at these stats. We grew. We grew.
You close your eyes and hear the
We
dogs
went
bark.
from being
A lone
shit
woman sits
to
by
probably
a
one of the
factory
best
window,
detectives.
dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme,
Even got
a
Precinct
square bullet
57's
slides
best
into a
detective.
square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Such a crime we never got to... Like, if they really had a sequel and then they got fucked over, it's such a crime.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Hell yeah. I need to look into the outfits, see if there's other stuff I can miss. I wonder if I could just have a full suit almost like his, like with the pants and shoes. How do we all fit in this? I mean, I'm assuming we're going to Kim's car as well. Yes! That was the best game I've ever played right there. That is definitely one of the best games I've ever played. This is totally a 10 out of 10. This is perfection. Masterpiece. Holy shit. Beautiful. Oh my god. I am so mad they got fucked over like this. Those devs deserve so much better. And I mean, they're getting a new game, which is good. Wow. Wow, what was Game of the Year in 2022 again? Let me see. Elden Ring won, but man, fuck. I wish I had played this before. I probably actually would have set aside Elden Ring for this. Holy shit. Fuck, that was amazing. So good. God, I can't wait to do another round of this. I actually cannot wait. Holy shit. Voice acting, amazing. Music, pretty much, you know, being that it's streamer friendly and stuff, amazing. Writing, amazing. Art design, amazing. Gameplay, spot on for a detective game. The RPG mechanics, spot on. So much room for replayability to see what else. The mystery, the changes of your character, based on what you say, that's what I like. The fact that when you say certain things, it affects the game. People remember what you say and shit. Like what we were just going through there and everything. Holy shit. And there's so many things I'm wondering now, like, you know, like, can you still stay a cop if you're a drunken mess, you know? Like, you drink on the job, but yet you do what it takes to get the job done, right? But of course, Kim is kind of like your second hand. So if you piss him off, how does that affect everything? Can you be a complete utter asshole, but, like, nail this stuff and prove you're still got what it takes? Like, there's so much I can, like, I'm curious now to see how the replayability works. God damn, that was good. And from what I understand, the final cut added the voice act. So from what I understand, the voice acting didn't exist at first. So that was great. Like, let me see here. What did the final cut add? This was just fantastic. Holy shit. Yeah, so the full voice acting for all the characters. And the game feel more alive. New set of quests. Political vision. Don't know if I did that one. Oh! The game includes an entire new set of quests called Political Vision that expand on the political background and the protagonist's political alignment, offering players a deeper exploration of the game's themes. Oh yeah, so basically we were a moralist. The fast travel was new, which I didn't mind not having it if I didn't know about it. New art and music, I would have to see the comparison. Twitch integration for streamers. Oh wait, you can actually use chat to vote? Oh fuck. And stats? That's crazy. Yeah, that was beautiful. Holy shit. Oh man. I can't believe I stopped when I last played. I was really trying to, like, figure my shit out, and I'm glad I finally, like, said, no, fuck it, I'm going to finish this game. That was great. And like I said, they did a great job with this gameplay. Like, the differences that I just did in this one versus the original run, so much better. Like, even though I chose a pre-built versus customizing because I was stupid and accidentally selected it, really. Because I thought I could still customize it. Like, I loved how I was still able to remold. I wasn't just very intellectual at what I could do. I built myself up to get better physically, get better, I guess you could say, emotionally. And then, of course, just amp up, like, my motorics and stuff. That was really good. Really good. I will say some of the checks can still be a little rough. The red checks, I think what I appreciate about red checks is that if you fail a red check, failing is sometimes good. And that's a great sign. Failure should always never be a bad thing. Failure should always still give you a good advantage in something. I appreciate that. White checks, I think that's a rocky road, honestly. The white checks for sure can be annoying because it does feel like the game tells you to, like, you can wait, but you don't really do that. You have to level up. And in terms of items, I feel like the whole item thing wasn't very well used. It felt like a lot of, like, because, you know, when we have the, even if we have the item on hand, because we barely had any consumables for it. I mean, I guess that's where alcohol and drugs come in, but still, like, it feels like once you had, like, tools and stuff, once you tried it with those, or if you tried it for the first time, it kind of does that. I do find it dumb that adjusting your clothes after a first fail doesn't actually reopen it because it doesn't count as a major bonus. It has to be either a handheld item or your level. I do find that a little lame, but other than that, I at least appreciate for the main case, it seems like white checks, you can easily build up enough evidence to get through it. I'm not sure if from what I understand, you don't get soft lock from anything. I think the only soft lock would be from day 2, but from what I understand, you should be able to go through a whole day without sleep, I believe, as long as you just don't sleep in the trash can, from what I read. But overall, like, I think game design wise, just it blew me away. Just like with, say, Baldur's Gate 3 or even Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. These people knew what they were doing. They knew how to work around it. If a player fails this, what can we do to fix that? If they achieve this, what can we do to kind of work around this? Like, it's amazing. And the fact, like, the shit that I pawned off, if I had kept it a little longer, they would have come to fruition. I could have gotten more answers to stuff, even if they were minuscule, to go towards something else. Like, this game, like, if you were to ask me in terms of what's a good detective game, I think this would be my main recommendation. I could definitely go for something classic, like, say, like, old school, like, point-and-click adventure games, even, like, the Sherlock Holmes games, like the old ones, because I'd say the new one are good, especially if you turn off, like, more of the more helpful hints that they do just for new players and stuff, because the game is definitely different when you have a higher difficulty of it. But I think compared to, like, the Sherlock games and, like, Sinking City or, like, other detective games that I've kind of tried out, LA Noire even, like, because LA Noire is still pretty straightforward, and sure, there's still alternative ends to your cases, like getting in trouble, basically. But, like, even compared to that, this, by far, is both amazing in the detective genre and the RPG genre. Because the RPG part, it's simple tabletop, and it works so well. It has the tabletop system of your stats, the dice rolls, what can be added to your rolls, what can be subtracted, how can you improve your skills. And I appreciate that they don't increase the XP cap, thank fucking god. It's just 100 XP per thing, which means do your quests, look at all the dialogue options, because that's the other great thing, is you don't have to say everything in the dialogue box, because not saying some things can assist you, but sometimes you can look at it and think to yourself, maybe this will push me further into the mission, which will give you XP. Like, it's so smartly done. And just the detective aspect, I thought was really good, especially, like, with the intellect build, having, like, the visual calculus and everything. Oh man, makes it feel even more unique and everything, because you're now kind of getting into the head of a cop, figuring out what's going on and everything like that. Like, oh man, just all around, just, I enjoyed it. The mystery and everything, and what we had to do to figure out who the real killer was and everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, hell, I'd probably put this right next to Black Sad, because even that game, being more like a Telltale kind of adventure game, similar in terms of like it had a really good detective story. Because by God, when we got to the end of that, I still remember Shade, like when he went back to see the VOD and everything, and how he freaked out about calling who the bad guy was. Fucking crazy, because it was a complete, like, you really didn't think about it until all the evidence pointed towards it. And that's something you gotta appreciate with detective games. A lot of detective games don't always do great when it comes to trying to, like, really amp up the mystery. I feel like there are some I played where they're kind of like very middle of the road. But I like this because like it kind of keeps you going and guessing like what could have done it and everything like that. I mean, hell, even like when we had the visual calculus stuff, I kind of already had an idea of where it would be based on what we learned in the dialogue and everything. Then learning like it was this old revolution, or yeah, I guess it was a revolutionary way, but he was an old revolution soldier on the losing side and everything, winning payback and everything. It's so good. So good. This is why I like detective games. I really do. Like, it doesn't matter even if, like, I don't know, just in general, like, I feel like with the narrator, it kind of just, it kept me in. Because as you're learning stuff and everything like that, like, with your random intrusive thoughts bugging you and telling you stuff was also another neat detail. I think that's the other thing, too. Psychologically, this game does great. Because especially depending on your build, your thoughts fuck with you. Like, if you're the smart guy, like we kind of were, it was more about, like, being the smart ass in a way. But then as we kind of built up our build a bit and we started changing, our psyche became different. We started getting more emotional connections from our past and things like that. And we found out we're a shitty person, but we also went through other shit. And, you know, like, every time we sleep, our body is just fucking hounding us about stuff. Like, just everything about this game is fucking brilliant, and I cannot wait. Was it the exact game called? Let me double check again. Because their new game is, I'm definitely going to get it when it comes out. Hope Town, which the Kickstarter will be ending in 57 hours, but they're already 400% funded and everything like that. Like, I cannot wait. They call it a psychogeographic CRPG. So I can only imagine what this means, because this was a detective RPG. So a psychogeographic RPG is going to be interesting for sure. I'm just a loss for words at this point. I can't... You know what really irritated me too is when the internet went out. It pissed me off because I was really excited to get through this, and then having to anticipate waiting till like 9 o'clock almost, being like, oh my god, fucking kill me, I want to finish this, but I can't now. It's fucking Xfinity. But we did it. We did it. I'm so happy. Oh man. Oh, well, for those watching on the VOD, this is where I'm gonna end it right here. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in whatever my next series will be, which I think I've already said what it is, but of course I'll be chatting with stream about it and see, but of course I'll see you in either my Let's Plays or from there on. Take care.